Hello everyone and welcome to Stamping Together. I'm so excited to be here with you guys this week as always, but I am really loving the Ringed with Nature bundle. I had not really dove into it a whole lot because I knew I was going to do a class and I was busy hoarding the paper through Celebration. So that's what was going on there. But now, oh my goodness, I'm having so much fun with this set. Look at this pretty card I just designed, and it didn't take me long at all. Really, the material did the work for me. Isn't that pretty? I'm into the deckled rectangles here, and then this is just from the rectangle dies, the regular rectangle dies. That Love and Warmth fits in there just perfectly. And I love the twine. That twine is just like awesome to pull apart. This twisted twine. So we'll do that also. Now, let's go ahead and move this aside. Oh, I had an order from a friend of mine. I'm going to meet her tomorrow evening for dinner, which is going to be fun. But I wanted to show you guys some of the sympathy cards I made. Now, what I did was, because I had to make them quickly, and they came out really great, I looked in my stash. I always keep like pieces and parts. Let me show this to you. This is funny, right? I have just this one like container of a bunch of pieces and parts. Oh, I could have used that one. That would have looked beautiful. Anyway, so I've got like all kinds of things in here I didn't use. I was kind of chopping up, just things like that. So whenever I have something like this, I go to my pieces and parts little box, and I start to pull things out and put things together. So with this one, I had this gorgeous grape back here, and I just went to my color coach, picked out some colors that went with it, did some embossing with the stripes there, and that came out beautiful, right? I mixed and matched stamp sets and everything. So I didn't stay with one. Here I use this is retired ribbon, that tulle ribbon. I absolutely love that. I had a bunch of these butterflies. The only thing I had to do was cut out some vellum to soften them, and I think it came out really cool. I think she's really going to like these cards. And then this one right here, or like I said, I already had the butterflies, and that's not even a Stampin' Up! Stamp. But there I use the splatter behind there also. And this is from the Summer Shadow Dies. So like I said, I mixed and matched, and I just had fun taking my pieces and parts and putting some cards together, which was a heck of a lot of fun, really. And I used a bunch of little pieces from my boxes. So there's that one. And then I did a video with this one. This is with Quiet Meadow. That was really pretty. White on white is always beautiful, and this is Night of Navy, so that came out really cute. So I thought that I would show you those. I have dinner with her tomorrow night. She was my supervisor when I worked in a dental clinic in a town over years ago, so that's okay. So this card, let's go back to this card. And we've remained friends. And it's like every year around this time in the fall, she always calls me for cards. And I felt really bad. I had to make 10 sympathy cards for her. Every sympathy card she gave out last year, I felt really bad for that. I'm happy to make the cards, but wow, she was like, it's been a rough year, So, okay, to this card, which is absolutely beautiful, I used Soft Succulent on this card. Isn't that pretty? So our base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it's early espresso. And the layer on the front is Soft Succulent, 5 1/4 by 4. Those are the only two measurements you need to know. And the inside is the deckled rectangle. And then I used, we're going to stamp here. Now, I have a bunch of rings that are cut, okay, from the class, from other cards. So I was going to see, I even saved these where I cut the middles out, because you could put this over a like a dark one even. Ooh, it even looks great when you layer it all together. Look at that. Something new. Okay, something new and different. Well, Never know what I might come up with, right? So I had all these pieces and parts, and with this card I used the larger ones, and then I stamped and I cut out. So let's go ahead and get some Very Vanilla here. I also had all of these. I thought about using these for the centers, but I wanted to stamp. So I'm even saving these, see, because that could go behind there and make it look like, you know, a bunch of rings like that, okay? So that's a lot of fun with the DSP with that. Okay, let me get a piece of, oh no, I have it. I'm sorry. Get a piece of Very Vanilla here. I don't know what I was doing here, but I guess I didn't like it. So, because it was in my scrap pile. Okay, I have Early Espresso and Poppy Parade. That's all we're going to use for this. And I'm going to ink this up. This ring is in the stamp set right here. I'm going to stamp it. Okay, and then let's stamp another one. Great way to use up scrap, right? Just like that, okay? Let's move that aside. Let's bring in our little rectangle there, and that's the perfect size for the Love and Warmth. I'm going to do that in Poppy Parade. Let me get to the side here and look over. Hope for the best. There we go. Ah, came out perfect. Wonderful. Okay, let's move that aside. Let's go ahead and get our envelope, and let's make some of these mushrooms. These are so much fun. These three are connected, and they go on top of these stems. I have to show you these stems. They're really cute. Look at the mushroom, like the detail in them. You see it right there? I just love that. So let me stamp the front there and then the back, and I'm using Very Vanilla. Just like that. And now let's go ahead and Poppy Parade and stamp right over top of this. They line up perfectly, okay? I like to see the stem in my stamp, just like that. Isn't that cute? These are adorable. And just like that. Love it. Okay, there's that. Let's go ahead and let's get the inside of the card. Now, I like when I'm doing this, I like to use a sponge dauber. They're very inexpensive. And even it shows just a little bit, not much. And I even bring it in on the Very Vanilla here. And just flick it, just to define my edge, even though it's going up against Early Espresso. And we're going to do this even with all of our pieces and parts today. So I'm just going to come around there, just like that. Perfect. Okay, let's go ahead and get Just for You in Poppy Parade at the top. I see I'm using my mat because I have photopolymer stamps. They need a little cushion. If they were red rubber, we wouldn't be using the mat, right? Let's go ahead and make our mushrooms at the bottom. Just like that. And Poppy Parade. And you can make these any color you'd like. You know, that's the fun thing about crafting. You don't have to stick to anything that's, you know, okay, well, this is that color. I could make blue ones if I wanted to, right? Let's go ahead and add this to the inside of the card. Just like that. Perfect. Absolutely. See, and where it's just has that ink around the edge, it just defines it a little bit. And I think it looks great with the little mushrooms. Okay, so I ran this piece of soft succulent, it's 5 1/4 by 4, through the embossing folder. And what we're first going to do is I took some of this twine. Okay, this is the threaded twine. And this is so thick, okay, it's like rope. All right, but that's why it's called threaded. Watch what we do. I want 3 strands of this. 1, you just cut it and then pull it apart. 2, and 3. Okay, so that gives me my the little sparkles right there, okay? So I'm going to take these 3 pieces. You could use 2. The way I started was with 2, and then I decided to add a second. Let me show you what I did. I want it right here on this side, so I'm going to put some seal, top and bottom. Okay, right there. And then right here. Just like that, okay? And at first I started with 2, so I just took them and I just pushed it into my card, okay, in the back, okay? The seal will help hold it, all right? Then I just started to add, just to see how, maybe I wanted 2. I didn't know. I wasn't really sure. I put that in here. I'm just going to roll that around to the back edge. Bring this down, hold it, and just roll it right into that seal that's on the back, okay? Which this looks great, it really does, but I thought a third one would look better, and I'm so glad that I did it. So I'm going to put this here, and put that into the seal, and I'm going to bring this down. That's what's fantastic about this twine. Just pull it apart. Okay, so there is what I did there, very simply. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to add Tombow and add it across your twine, okay? And add it back here, and add a lot of it this time because we're embossed, right? And we're just going to glue this down on the front of the card. Just like so. And now this will also secure that twine underneath there, okay? Just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to put this aside. Now notice I didn't twist this up. I wanted 3 lines of it, okay? Now I have my glittery piece there, and I know in here I have another piece so that I don't have to cut it. I just want to make a little bow. I save everything. So I'm just going to take 1 piece and 1 piece of silver, just 1 piece, just like that. Okay, I'll save this because that'll make good bows. And I'm going to use a 10-second bow maker, and I'm going to make a loopy bow right here. Bring that under. Here we go. Woo! Wants to flip, right? Because it's just a little slick. There we go. Let's see, where does that go? Do I have it? I don't know. Up. Let's try that again. Okay, let's see. It slipped. It literally slipped. Okay, let's get it together. Put it around. And pull. I might have to make a smaller bow, right? Let me move this in. My other one I made a larger one, but that's okay. Doesn't really matter. And I just want 2 strands. This is like disconnecting here. Do you see it? How it's, I think it just kind of walked up the twine. Okay, let's see if we could get it like this. Here we go. Alright, now I'm happy. We're going to put this right in here, just like that. Okay, now that is going to give it just a little bit of sparkle that we want. Just like that. Perfect. And let's get the front of the card. And let's go ahead and attach our bow with a glue dot. I'm going to roll that up. And I'm going to put it on the back of this bow. And I'm just going to attach it on the, like, let's say the upper third, okay? Just like that. So cute, right? Just that teeny bit of sparkle. Okay. Now, So now let's go ahead while we're at it, and let's go ahead and put our little elements together here. I've already cut them out, die cut them. There's a bunch of these little pieces. Here, this one I did in Early Espresso. This is Soft Succulent. This is Crumb Cake and Poppy Parade for our little mushrooms. And then remember, if you turn your mushrooms upside down, look how cute these are. They become acorns. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay? And then I cut this little berry piece out right here. Okay? So these are the pieces that you'll need. But first, what I really want to do is I want to do a little inking. So we're going to just ink these up. We got to work with this a little bit, because I want this to look rustic. Right here, and then this one. Now I found it best with the little mushrooms. Let's put them together first. Okay, a little Tombow at the top, or you could use a glue dot, either or. Right here. Okay. I'm going to use a tweezer and put the little tops on the mushrooms. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. Let's go ahead and put the tops on our acorns. A little line right here of Tombow. Just like that. And we'll put these tops on. Just like that. Oh my goodness, they're adorable. Now I already know these guys are going to get a dimensional on the back of them. I want to make sure that my little acorn top is in the middle, okay? Might have to scooch it a little bit, but see? Looks cute, right? Especially where we inked it. Okay, now here's our little mushrooms. Let's go ahead and ink around everything, even the Poppy Parade, with our Early Espresso. With our Poppy Parade. I'm just going to give it, just look at, okay, so here's the one that's inked, and there's the one that's not. And you can tell, you really, really want to ink around those edges. Look at that difference. That's so cool, right? Just really makes it look like it's in the forest, in the woods, right? Growing wild. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so that's good to go there. Now, we did our Love and Warmth. We have our little pieces there. Now, what I want, though, here, and Stampin' Up! Is kind enough to give us 2 dies, okay? One goes one way and one goes the other, but doesn't matter, okay? Cut these leaves off. I don't want this all to be brown, and I don't want this all to be green. Okay, so we're going to cut these leaves off. But you know, if you were going to use 2 of them, that's great, okay, because they're opposite. But I found that you can layer these also. So I'm just going to cut the leaves off. Let me get the little bottoms here. Let's go ahead and round those up a little bit. You know me, I don't like to fussy cut, so this is about where, this is what you get right here. This is my extent of fussy cutting. And we're done. Right? I don't even know if it mattered. So there's that, right? Okay, now, let's go ahead and place this here and that there, a little Tombow. And then let's go ahead and place our leaves, just right over top of the Early Espresso. This gives you a branch with green leaves. Isn't that fantastic? That's fun. That's just fun to play with. I love paper piecing, not piercing, but paper piecing. I think it's fun. Okay, just like that. Now, what we're going to do with this will eventually go behind our Love and Warmth, but I want to use my little red, my Poppy Parade right here, and I want to put this in the back to where the two red leaves show behind this soft succulent one. Okay, little Tombow. Just like that. And we're just going to place that just like so. But I wanted this to look like a trio right here with the red peeking out like a berry. Okay, good. So there's that. Now, let's go ahead. And you know what? I'm looking over at my other card and I totally forgot to ink this up. But let's go ahead and do that with this one, okay? So I just want to come around a little bit. Don't have to do much, but just give it that same look as everything else. Even on the red, okay? Because we're in the forest. Not too much. Just a little bit, okay? Just like that. Rustic it up a little bit. All right, now let's go ahead and bring the mini in. And let's go ahead and cut these guys out. Now, here's the greatest thing. I have these two wood chips that I cut previously from a previous project. And in the dies, you get these individual ones. And each of them fit the inside of a wood chip, okay? So look for the notches. This one has 3. That one fits that one perfectly. I'll put that there. This one is a little larger. And it fits, of course, perfectly right in there, okay? And this one I'm just going to lay down right here. And it doesn't matter to me how they come out, okay? Does not matter at all. Now, you can put the center in it if you want to. You can put the, this little star kind of center in it if you'd like. Right now, I'm not going to on this one, but that's what these are for. And this makes this little center like I've done on that piece right there. It's really cool, right? Okay, so but for this card, I'm just going to cut these out. And there's so many possibilities, I guess, is what I'm trying to show you. Yeah, you don't have to go exactly, you know, with the stamped image. You can make it the size that you need. So that's wonderful. So I have these two guys right here. Keep all my dies together. I think this is one that's going on magnets because I just love the tree rings. I think they're so fall, right? They're so everything. I love the little mushrooms. They're so stinking adorable. So here are these two. Let me get my fuzz out of the way here with my twine. Okay. And let's just go ahead and secure these down with some Tombow. So the smaller one over here, line up your notches, and it's perfect. And this one. And again, just line those notches up. There's a straight part kind of right here. That helps to line this one up really well. Okay. Just like so. Just like that. Okay? All right, let's bring our card base in. Now, this one will go here, and that one will go there. And I think that's fine. That's plenty. I wanted to use the pieces and parts that I've already cut. So, like I said, I used the larger ones here, and now a smaller version. They look fantastic, right? Let's go ahead and pop these babies up with some dimensionals. How cool is this? Look, we have all of our pieces and parts done, our envelopes done, the inside of our cards done. I'm going to put this here. Look how pretty the embossing folder in the background in Soft Succulent looks, just by using the embossing folder. You know, and of course I've cut all the rings out because it's a hybrid. Yeah, I've already used it to do that. Look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay, now let's put Love and Warmth right here. And I'm going to pop that up with two dimensionals, one here and one here. And I think I want to use my sides with this one. I want one here, okay, and then one here. just like that. This way it stays even, okay? And that's really all you need right there, okay? Just like so. All right, now let's go ahead and place our acorns. They'll take a full-size dimensional. So cute. And with this one going in that direction, that one going in that direction. Let's go ahead and get our little leafy project right back there. We already glued them together and they're stuck together nicely. So let's get this nice and stuck onto our project right here. See, and putting the dimensionals in the center, you've got plenty of room to stick this back there. Isn't that pretty? Which I love that near the bow. I think that looks so nice. Now the taller mushroom, this one, I'm going to put it down. We might move these around a little bit on this one because that's popped up. I'm going to put this one right here. Okay. And then this one, I'm going to just stick it. Oh yeah, right there. Whew. Boy, when you see something and it's right, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly where we want that. Right there. Absolutely adorable. Mushrooms, acorn, love and warmth, a beautiful inside to the card, and a wonderful envelope. So here's the two cards that I've made. One's with the larger rings, just using up my scraps of what I had, and one's with the smaller. I think they both look fantastic. I love this layout. So if you have the Ringed with Nature, I hope you enjoy this and want to case this card. If you don't, you might think about ordering it. I think it's a great fall set. Thanks again for watching, and happy crafting, everyone.